Welcome back to Green is Good, and we're so honored to have with us today Nick Nicholas. He's the Technical Sales Manager for Genesis Water Technologies. Welcome to Green is Good, Nick Nicholas.
Thank you, John. Thank you for having me.
We're excited to have you on, and we want to hear all about Genesis Water Technologies. But before we get into the great story of what you're doing, let's get into the great story of Nick Nicholas. How did you even, get here? What's the journey of Nick Nicholas to become a leader in sustainability in water technologies? How did you even get to this position, Nick?
It was an interesting journey. Very humble beginnings. First, I started out actually with a vision of a different field, and I was brought into the environmental sector in water, and particularly due to the tremendous need both in the U.S. and around the world for sustainable water technologies. I started out actually in Genesis Water Technologies as a sales associate, and just through the journey over the past 7-8 years, I've rose up the ranks to become the technical sales manager for Genesis Water Technologies, which is leading U.S. manufacturer and also supplier of innovative solutions for water.
Well, let's hear about those innovative. That's Nick. Talk a little bit about innovative solutions. What does that mean, and how big is this problem of clean water right now?
Well, innovative solutions in water, in our scope, is basically looking at the sustainability of the technology. So whether it be a reverse osmosis technology to treat water, or whether it be using solar power to power the particular water purification systems, water treatment systems, to using essentially no power in specific situations to purify water through unique filtration media that's able to accomplish great things both in the developed world and developing world.
Wow. And I'm on your website right now, Nick, and it's a wonderful website, chock full of information for our listeners out there who also want to follow along as you talk a little bit about Genesis Water Technologies today. I want them to go to the website, www.genesiswatertech.com. GenesisWaterTech.com. Lots of great information here. So, Nick, does your technology include everything? Like you said, it's from no power to solar power to all these different types of power sources. But what kind of water technology do you do? Do you do reverse osmosis? Do you do desalination and ultrafiltration? What are the different type of technologies to treat our water? Do you focus on there?
We focus on in specifically 4 areas of purification or treatment. One area is going to be filtration. That is either through a specific filter cartridges or through filtration systems. The other area that we focus on is the treatment. So that would be through disinfection via UV light. That third area is going to be your reverse osmosis and ultrafiltration, and that's both for drinking water as well as processed water for industry. And the last area is actually a sustainable wastewater treatment technology that is used to purify gray water and black water that is in municipal processes. So it's a fairly comprehensive and unique suite of technologies that we utilize for different water issues throughout the world.
So now you're the technical sales manager. Are your clients, and again, like I'm on your website, and it's just so amazing. Is this for my home use, or is this for the city of Chicago, or so is it B2B, B2C, or is it for all? Are you selling your applications to anyone who needs it, both big and small? How does that work?
Essentially, how it works is our company is broke out into 3 different segments. the one segment of our business essentially focuses on your commercial industrial clients. So that basically we interface with large project management firms, civil engineers, specifying engineers for large commercial industrial clients on it, working in a team effort. And the other segment we focus on the municipal side of things, so that would be working with the city of Chicago or different towns or villages throughout the U.S. and around the world. And the last segment is essentially working on the residential like commercial side, and that's typically with your residential developers, plumbers, and local dealers that service that market segment. So it's broken up into three defined segments to target those different clients.
Regarding filtration and treatment and purification, we've talked a little bit about some of the offerings that you have: reverse osmosis, desalination, ultrafiltration, backwash filter systems. Which process is the most complex to actually implement?
Essentially, in my opinion, all three are challenging, but it's based on that specific application or issue that the particular client is trying to solve.
Right.
Because you have, of course, these different treatment issues, and it's just choosing that specific technology that's going to work for that specific issue, and that requires careful analysis to determine that appropriate treatment approach.
Right.
And then it's right off to solving the client's problems.
Nick, compared to when you started with the company, how big has the company grown in those years? Has it doubled, tripled, 4 times? Is this a booming and growing segment of the sustainability industry and world?
Yes, essentially it is, and we've seen phenomenal growth since I've came on board. We started with a one little office in Orlando to grow to have 4 offices with many different collaboration partners throughout the world. Our offices now are in the Philippines. We have an office in Uganda, Africa, and we have different collaboration partners, both engineering procurement firms as well as distribution partners and civil engineers throughout over 30 different countries around the world and continuing to grow. So it's I should say it's really good to be in this industry, and sustainable water is just on that growth trend to continue. So
you're not only selling systems here in the United States, you're selling Genesis Water Tech systems around the world.
That's right.
Holy thing. For our listeners who just turned in, we've got Nick Nicholas on today. He's the technical sales manager at Genesis Water Technologies. To learn more about their great work, genesiswatertech.com. Nick, this is just a goofy question, but the ocean seems so big, and I'm the furthest thing from a water expert, but if desalination has proven to work, why can't we fix our water problems around the world, including the United States, with just massive desalination plants? Or is that just too much of a layman's approach, and is just that a silly concept by someone who really doesn't understand this whole thing?
Actually, you'd be surprised to know that the trend, especially in coastal areas, is now looking to desalination technology as a means for sustainable water. Due to the scarcity of water now, and especially in different regions of the world, there are municipalities and industries looking for those specific solutions. And I know, for instance, in the U.S., there are a couple of different larger desalination plants in California, There are two actually in Florida. One in the west coast of Florida in Tampa. The other in the east coast of Florida near Port St. Lucie. So it's definitely something that the costs have come down to be a very advantageous solution.
So, do you feel that with your technology and Genesis Water Technologies technology, you're going to be able to put more desalination plants in here, in the United States to meet our growing needs, and more around the world?
That's right, because our technology is unique in that, both from a pretreatment side, we provide that solution to pretreat that seawater.
Yep.
And that involves advanced filtration media that we utilize, as well as filtration cartridges that would remove any contaminants before the RO membrane, as well as in the membrane technology. We utilize a nanocomposite technology to reduce both the power consumption of the system, as well as to increase the flow rates for a system that does not necessarily have to be that large to produce the same amount of water. And in that aspect, it's and it's very sustainable that you can actually increase your productivity, but yet not increase the system size, so your power consumption is not through the roof, as you
right. Do you have a lot of competition in selling these desalination, or are you so unique that really you're considered the leader in all these water technologies: reverse osmosis, desalination, ultrafiltration, backwash filtration, disinfection? Are you the leading brand, Genesis Water Technologies, or do you have 50 competitors, 10 competitors? What's the landscape look like, Nick?
Sure. There are competitors, both large and small. You have Siemens and you have GE, but we tend to not be in a league with those particular companies, because we offer our technologies as a unique niche application. So their particular technologies are generic in nature, whereas ours are specific to the specific needs of the particular client. So we can both design a system, build a system with our unique suite of technologies to meet that specific client's needs, instead of just providing a generic off the shelf technology.
Got it.
So those larger companies do.
Hey, we're down to the last 45 seconds or so, Nick. Any final thoughts on the future of water and all the wonderful technologies you're offering, and with regard to meeting our needs of water shortages in the United States and around the world?
Well, these challenges of sustainable water technology are going to continue. The cost of water rates are going to increase. There's scarcity that's going to become an issue, and essentially we are moving forward with our sustainable approach to meeting those needs, and we look forward to changing that status quo and meeting those needs for clients throughout the world.
Wonderful. For our listeners out there who want to learn more, or who want to talk to Nick and maybe get one of these systems to help their city, their state, their municipality, or just their business or home, it's GenesisWaterTech.com. GenesisWaterTech.com. Nick Nicholas, you are an innovative sustainability water expert and truly living proof that green is good.
Thank you very much.